JJ Jinx!
Truck stop!
Well, 2020 is no more. And throughout the year, I checked various Walmarts through my travels, and I picked up whatever knives I didn't already have in my collection, and rather than show them to you piecemeal, a video here, a video there, I saved them all up till the end of the year. So, here is 2020's haul. Some of these knives are new for the year, some of them are not, I just haven't found them yet. For example, here's one from 2019. It is a stonewash pocket knife. Stainless steel blade, stonewash handle, and blade. Let's check it out. I really like this one. It is very reminiscent of like a Kershaw Cryo, but just a little bit thinner, a little bit smaller all around, and definitely not as heavy. So basically completely unlike the Kershaw Cryo, but reminiscent of it, to me anyway, because mine is stonewashed. Anyway, what we have is, it's not assisted open, but you can flip it without too much effort. But, you know, that might just be this one. With these Ozark trail knives, they're not so consistent with their manufacturing, but that's okay. They got the logo up there on this drop point blade, and it is a frame lock, and they have some pretty neat little fit and finish features. I really like the jimping and the lock, and the pocket clip is low ride with quite a bit of tension on it. So, I don't know, that may or may not tear up the jean pocket. This is quite a bargain for like the $4 and change I paid for it, I believe. It's not too sharp, but it's soft steel. You can get that thing razor sharp pretty quickly. And you have these nice little accent ridges on the scale. Here's one that's new for 2020. It is a 6.75-inch folding knife, camo handle, stainless steel blade. Pick. It's very similar to a couple of other older Ozark Trail models, just in the overall shape of the blade, the funky, stubby looking drop point there. We got a speed hole. One thing unique about this knife is that it's got a bottle opener on the back, and it looks like it would be a pretty good one. It's a nice big thick slab of probably steel that should really be able to get under that cap and rip it off. It's got the Mossy Oak logo on the camo finish. This is something I've seen before in Ozark Trail knives. I mean, they're both basically made by the same people, right? And it's a liner lock blade, pretty smooth. Low ride pocket clip, one of these ring deals. No flipper tab, no thumb studs. You just got this little slot to help you open it with, and it actually kind of works. And the lockup is good. A lot of detail in this camo. It straight up looks like a pine tree right there. The fit and finish on this thing is nice. This one came out in 2018. It is a frame lock knife. That's all it really says in the description. So yeah, one of the older ones I just happened to find recently. It's got a shiny finish to it. Not really satin. It's just sort of like that's paint, sort of. It's kind of neat. Gives it a little bit of a glow. Kind of reminds me of ceramic. Oh wow, that pivot is very, very tight. Detent is good. You do have a little flipper tab here, but I don't think it's going to do anything. Whew, that barely moved. Let's see if I can flick it. Ugh. Nah, that's not happening. This would have to be loosened up quite a bit. It's got two Teflon spacers and a little slot to help you. Oh, come on. Ugh. Wow, that's tight. Insert sexual joke here. Well, the lockup is great. Minimal effort, it goes to the right spot. A little bit of jimping on the shiny faux ceramic. I think it's got a pretty handsome looking clip point blade. Or is that, no, that's a drop point blade, my bad. So, yeah, I guess my complaint would be it ain't a flipper, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of folding knives just aren't. Sembenza's not a flipper and people still buy those for some reason. So, ignoring that part, I kind of like it. It actually does feel comfortable. Not sure about the finish, though. As it wears, I don't know how that would look. But it's not going to happen because I don't really use knives, right? I wanted to get these out of the way altogether. These three are new for 2020. And they're all basically the same knife, but different colors. And I'm pretty sure there might actually be more colors than this. I think I might have seen a blue one here and there. But these are the only ones that I was able to find. So I'll just open up and talk about this one. These other two are the same. It's got a really neat finish on the scales. It's like dinosaur skin, because that's a material I'm familiar with. These are liner lock blades, and the lock, at first it looked like it would be pretty difficult for me to access, but it does stick out a little bit, and that actually helps quite a lot. The action on the pivot is a little bit stiff. It's probably different for each one of these, I'm sure. It's not rough, it's smooth, it's just tight. I know, more sexual jokes. It's got these little itty-bitty thumb studs. One of them's kind of on a weird angle. And the blade is small and slender, and I kind of like it. Although it's not that great of a finish, you can see it's pretty thin right here for some reason. Pocket clip kind of reminds me of the ones you see on the Kershaw Onion series, the Link or the Scallion, for example. I don't know, it's just something about the way it looks, this broad, flat piece with the two screws. Oh my god, that is a very, very stiff pocket clip. I'd have trouble getting that in and out of my pocket. So yeah, it's little and it's a neat look. Very, prehistoric. It is the Jurassic Park knife. And the pink one is a little bit sparkly, so that's nice. The gray one is gray. This next one, also new for 2020. It's this knife. It is a 7-inch folding knife with a stag finished handle. Now, at first glance, I thought that I already owned this knife, but they've made a few with this stag handled finish, so I wasn't sure. Like, it could be a new one. I don't know. You have, yeah, that's a clip point blade. Sort of like a little buck knife. It is a lock back with a big brass bolster. I'm not sure if that's actually brass. It's got the color of tarnished brass, but I've owned brass things before, and they never quite looked like that. Maybe I could rub some Brasso on it and see if it gets to that lighter color. I don't know. When you close the blade, it has a very satisfying snap, so that's cool. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort to open. And you got a thumb nick that I don't think it's necessary. It's a pretty solid knife. Now, the scales are not stag. They're stag finished, which means they're plastic with the color of shit painted in them. Yeah, see, that's Taco Bell brown. But even so, for $4 and change, I like it. This last one is also new for 2020. It's the 7-inch folding knife with stainless steel blade, rubberized handle, and bearing-assisted open. Alright, this is the one that I was most excited about, and I almost didn't get one. I came across one of those big kind of display bin things in the middle of the aisle a couple of days after Christmas, and it was ransacked, and almost all of it was multi-tool stuff. And then I started to dig through it thinking maybe I might find something in the back, and I did. It's like, oh, that's the new tan flipper. And that's the reason why I got excited about this knife, because whenever Ozark Trail puts out something with a tan colored handle, it seems to do well. It's just a general trend. It's going all the way back to their first generation tan flipper. So the rubberized handle has this kind of honeycomb pattern to it. Looks pretty neat. Bunch of hexagons. And it is rubberized. It's quite rubbery. That's good. I like that. Got jimping in all the right places, and check out the action on this one. Oh, yeah. That is not assisted open. That's just plain good old engineering. For $4 and change, you can get a knife with this kind of an action. I dig it. It's almost drop shut quality. There it is. And you get a nice shiny finish. Not quite polished, but I think this is the best Ozark trail knife of the year. In fact, let me get you a knife that I can compare it with. Here's a knife I haven't had a chance to talk about at all. It's the Honey Badger, model 1046, the small one. And it's even a similar color, a little more brown. But that's the kind of action I'm comparing it with. Bam. Bam. Drop shut. Bam. Drop shut. Bam. From Ozark Trail? Fuck yeah. I dig it. This has been JJ Jinx. Truck stop. Die!